Alrighty. Under multiplication, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favorite multiplication. And it is the little subheading, multiplication. I get to get on my high horse and walk you about. Multiplication, the little subheading is triple digit, which means multiplying a 3-digit number by a 3-digit number. For example, 365 times 294. Nobody's favorite thing to do. I personally don't technically, or I personally don't. Personally, I don't like doing these, mostly because of the amount of time it takes. But I will again go on record as telling you, if you don't know your basic math facts, as I see some of you still look at your little multiplication tables, the problem, or the chance of you getting these problems wrong increases greatly if you don't know them as quick as possible, because you forget where you're at, you forget what you're doing, it all gets kind of cluttered there. It takes you 3 times longer just because you have to look at it. But here's the deal with it. The algorithm is very much the same as double digit. Step number 1 is you multiply by the units. You multiply by that bottom right. Just like double digit multiplication, I'm going to start with this number right here. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 2 is 26. Carry the 2. 12 times 3 plus 2 is 14. Just like double digit multiplication. And then, ladies and gentlemen, when you get to the next digit, next step is you multiply by the tens digit on the bottom, which is the bottom middle digit, which is this 9. But before I do that, what has to happen, just like in double digit multiplication, because this is not a 9, ladies and gentlemen, that is a 9D. You must start with a 0. Start with a 0. And then you can start with the 9. 9 times 5 is 45. Carry the 4. 9 times 6 is 54. Plus 4 is 58. 5. 9 times 3 is 27. Plus 5 is 32. Now to the new stuff. Now to the new stuff, which means we're getting to the hundreds place. Step number 3, guess what you have to do here? Multiply by the bottom left. But before you do that, because the bottom left digit is in the hundreds place, you have to start with 2 zeros. Start with 2 zeros. I'm going to have to go boop and boom. Okay? And then multiply by my 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. And then your last step there is always to add them all together. So 0 plus 0 plus 0. 6 plus 5 is 11. 12 plus 1 is 13. 1, 2, 4, 7. And so my answer is 100,310. And I can't change it, I can't make your life much easier, but I can tell you if you have to look at all your notes, if you have to look at multiplication tables, it's just going to take you forever. Now, what else is going to happen there? Grace and Amelia, you guys have a question? No? Sylvia?
Can you check your work?
One way to check your work really would be to flip the numbers over and multiply again and see what you get the same answer. That's about the only check for it. Put the 294 on top and the 365 on the bottom. There's not an easy check to it.
What about never mind.
Unless you're going to go out there and get $365 and have 294 people give you $365 and then see, count it all and see if that's what you get, but
Yeah.
that might take a while. Okay, now, with that being said, let me write that same problem down. They're gonna, what was it, 364? 5? Was it 5?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was
365 times 294. What you must remember, and I'm not gonna actually do this out, but I'm gonna tell you. Just like with double digit, they said 2 ways you could write this problem. Okay? With triple digit multiplication, the same thing is true. Another way that you could do this problem, you would never do it because it's longer, but it's really, what we're doing when we do this problem is, we are taking 365, multiplying it by, well, we're multiplying it by 300, I'm sorry, by 200, because that's what the 2 stands for. That's what we did right here. To that, we are adding 365, multiplying it by this 9, which is 90. And to that, we're adding 365 and multiplying it by that 4. This is another way to do the problem, another way to write it, which is really what we did right here. 365 times 4 was this. 365 times 90 is where we got all of those numbers, and 365 times 200 is where we got all that. And then we added all those together, which is why we have these addition signs. So if they ask you 2 ways to write it, this is what they mean. It's just, that's all you have to do is what you're thinking about. We've come up with an easy way to do it, so it's quicker, it's shorter. Now let's try one more time. I'm going to give you a chance. When you finish, I want you just to kind of raise your hand so I'll see how long these should or should not take you to do, just for fun. Let's go 400. Let's let this board act a little strange. 478 times 363. You go ahead and do that problem for me. Let's see how long that takes you to do. Please work in nice straight columns. Use the lines on your paper to help you. Your life will be so much better if you do. Or maybe just put your pencil down and you don't have to like hold your hand up so it gets really sore and tired. Heaven forbid that happen. All right, I'm going to stop you there because if it took you longer than that, probably need a little work on our multiplication tables, but that all comes with time. You're just 5th graders. Some helpful little hint though, as I do this problem, I'll show you maybe a little shortcut that will help you. I don't know if you realize this or not, but let's start with the 3. 3 times 8 is 24, carry the 2. 3 times 7 is 21 plus 2 is 23, carry the 2. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 2 is 14. Wow. What's your lightest number? 14. Everybody got that for that first row?
Yes.
Starting going to the next row, you have to start with a 0. 6 times 8 is 48. Carry the 4. 42 plus 4 is 46. Carry the 4. 24 plus 4 is 28.
Yes, I got
Hopefully you got that for the second row. Now, here is a helpful little hint. First of all, I start with my 2 zeros. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a 3 and this is a 3, you're going to get the same digits at the end there. You don't have to spend all your time, as long as you did this one right, you don't have to spend your time multiplying that. You can just go, oh, I already have the digits I need there. It's a 4, it's a 3, it's a 4, and it's a 1. 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 4, 3, 4, because it's the same 3 get multiplied by the same numbers. So boom, you add that all together, you get 4, 11, what's that, 15, carry the 1, 13, 7, 1, 1, 7, 3, 5, 1, 5. Did I get that right? I occasionally make mistakes on this because it's a lot of multiplication, but that's what it should look like. And the more you do of these, the better off you are. How many people got that? Did I get that right?
I didn't get this.